When I started to ride motocross, I had 3 bikes. If I wanted something, I got it. I had the opportunity to do everything I always wanted in that way, and to do it in a professional way.
Som 18-åring så ble han den yngste rallyfører noensinne som har tatt VM-poeng. Etter debuten som 16-åring har det gått i ekspressfart for Andreas Mikkelsen.
I really enjoyed it. It was really great fun to be here. Oh, hi, it's so fun, you won't believe it.
I have no doubt that in 5 years' time, you know, he'll be winning world rallies. I'm absolutely sure. But as I say, it will take time. But he's a tremendous talent for the future.
Gick du iväg den där?
Marcus, vad syns du om Andreas?
Han är ung. Han har mycket tid framför sig, så det här är ett av de svåraste rallyna att börja med.
Ja, jeg vil vel si at jeg ivrig. Jeg for ivrig. Altså, jeg vet jo, jeg har funnet ut hvor grensen går hen. For jeg har jo samlet meg masse erfaring i løpet av de 3 årene jeg har holdt på.
It was quite a tight corner for us, and you know, it just came too suddenly for us, and we just slide off and we couldn't get up again.
Her kommer Mikkelsen! Oi! Vanvittig, og de kliner til over hoppet!
Andreas Mikkelsen is another young Scandinavian hoping to emulate Hirvonen and work his way up through the ranks of the sport. He's currently running in 10th.
60. Kort 4 høyre over krøn. Til krøn. 60.
Oh! A big mistake for the Norwegian there. His notes should have warned him not to cut the corner. Let's take another look. He just turned in a fraction too early, clipped that rock on the inside, and he's instantly flipped into a roll. And one more time from inside the car. He was perhaps unsighted by that hay bale, so seeing the huge boulder on the right must have come as a nasty surprise for the youngster. It really was a violent accident, but thankfully both driver and co-driver are unharmed.
In 2008, my father told me that he didn't have the opportunity anymore. That was the first time I really understood how lucky I was. That time I had no car, I had no team.
Quinto chiude Andrea Mikkelsen, 19 anni e non sentirli, che si piazza tra i più giovani piloti di sempre ad avere ottenuto punti nel mondiale.
6 venstre minus halvlang 50 synlig 5 høyre. Så halvlang 50 synlig 5 høyre fast. 50. 6 venstre over grunn, for halvlang 3. Så halvlang og for 3 minus fast.
Very competitive time. You're back into it. The confidence is back. Quick time.
Yeah, it was okay. We lost. I thought I had a front wheel puncture because we hit something in the front, but so I took it a little bit more careful to suddenly not get understeer. But the driving is going better and better.
No big moments because virtually everybody else has had a moment in there.
No, we didn't have any moments. Not just.
And the Estonian was not the only man in trouble. Andreas Mikkelsen was in sixth, but he was also caught out on the final forest stage of the day, so a frustrating end to his hopes too.
Well, it was a long straight. He said the 6 left over crest, and I thought I heard the 6 right over crest, so I turned the wrong way over the crest, and we were quite lucky because we were heading straight to the house.
I Irland Andreas Mikkelsen et kjent navn, men I Norge derimot det Petter og Henning som tar mest oppmerksomhet. Det vil Mikkelsen gjøre noe med.
Jeg skal gjøre min beste jeg kan I hvert fall, så får vi se hvor langt det rekker. Så vi har lagt en 5-årsplan, så jeg skal ikke være på topp før I 2011.
Eli hän on näiden teiden erikoistuntija. Ja siihen päättyi norjalaisen haastajan matka.
Yeah, well, we tried, and that's rallying. If Eugene is having a pace which is amazing, and for us to match it, then we have to really step on it. And things like this happen, but hopefully we'll continue and try to show some more.
Det mangler vel litt rutine, og det får du kun med å kjøre løp. Så vi får gnage I vei og holde på litt, så får vi se om det blir noen utvikling. Det den siste biten nå som vanskelig å få til.
Starting over, win the heart of the Norwegian rally people. Go back to the most basic rally cars you can find, try to beat everyone, and then we can start playing. And that's exactly what we did.
We will try. And we will succeed.
Driving line in place. And if the rally is very long, you are really, really strong. What a speed and style. What a speed and style. Mikkelsen, you come from Norway, come from Norway. Mikkelsen, this is your day, perfect your day. Your day. A-A-Andreas, A-A-Andreas,
Another harmonious performance for Mikkelsen, Flørner and their Skoda Fabia S2000, whose engine has been singing in the rain all day.
You got the pressure on for you tomorrow. What's your plan, apart from staying on the road in those spins?
Plan is to win. This is what we're trying to do.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
I heard so many noises from the car. I was just so afraid that anything could go wrong. And then I started talking to the car, come on. Don't let anything happen to us now.
Andreas, congratulations, you're the champion for this season.
Oh my God, I could never believe that this would happen coming into this. Of course it was a big dream, but what a year. It started off in Monte Carlo, not so good, and we ended up here as the winners.
I don't know what to say. so much energy behind this one. The whole team, everyone around me, and it's very emotional right now.
This has been by far and away Mikkelsen and his Finnish co-driver Mikko Markkula's finest event in the Polo R. A first ever WRC victory is now a tantalising possibility. Let's see if he can match that time set by Osberg. Well, he can indeed. Almost a second quicker through just over a kilometre.
Turning it tighter and tighter, putting the pressure on. A bit more out of lap filler in there.
Yeah, we put on new tyres and yeah, I think it was the right choice. We'll see how much we've used them, but this rally is all about tyres.
On second place in the overall standings, Andreas Mikkelsen with the co-driver Mikko Markkula.
Fortsatt høyre pulsåret for Rasse. Volkswagen over grønn, 40, lapp høyre, 60, fortsetter til høyre, fart til høyre pluss. 84, venstre pluss over like grønn, Rasse, 6 høyre, 9,
Meanwhile, as can happen on a Sunday morning, the leading pair have taken the heat out of the battle for the win. Andreas Mikkelsen knows he needs Sebastian Ogier to make a mistake if he wants to win it from here. We're on board with Mikkelsen and his co-driver Ole Flörner. Mikkelsen has to jump on his brakes to save himself after this crest. Check this out. How will Mikkelsen explain that?
And they leave it to Andreas Mikkelsen to mop up some points. There was talk that the two championships could be wrapped up for VW here, but and it's about getting used to the taste of champagne.
Now, this is the man in second, Andreas Mikkelsen. Great weekend for him also.
Really good weekend for him. Another podium.
Yay! Jari Matti with the win, then Mikkelsen with second, Chris Meek with third. They deserve all of that champagne. It's been a fantastic weekend for them all in France.
It's worth mentioning too that third place Andreas Mikkelsen is still driving with last year's Polo R, an older version to his teammates' new machines. A personal best finish of third is a fine way for the Norwegian to start his season.
The Masters of Monte Carlo.
On third place, start number 9. From Norway, Andreas Mikkelsen and Ola Flone!
Up ahead though, that fight for second continues to hold the attention. Mikkelsen versus Osberg, part 1 on this final day. VW's Norwegian starting the day just 4.5 seconds behind his compatriot. Oh, but that could be costly.
And then my screen went black, so I don't know which gear I'm in, and it's really difficult, especially in this altitude where you really need to be so accurate with your gears all the time to have the power out from the corner. So
this man, Andreas Mikkelsen, having fought tooth and nail for position over most of the last 2 days. It's the Norwegian doing the chasing on this final morning. Andreas and co-driver Ola Fløen starting stage 14 just 1.1 seconds behind the Argentina winner. It's Andreas Mikkelsen then who's come out on top in the fight for third, and barring a late disaster for either of his teammates, that should ensure a second VW 1-2-3 finish of the season. Bit of contact with the gutter there. Mikkelsen has adapted well in his first outing in the latest spec Polo R, and this also ensures a 4th podium finish of the year. That first victory can't be far away. The Norwegian mighty impressive over the famous crest as well. And here is Andreas up ahead in the stage. To make up 5.6 seconds in just 29 kilometres is a big ask, especially against a driver of Ogier's calibre. Mikkelsen 2.4 seconds quicker than Latvaler's effort. Andreas has done all he can.
A clean stage, I'm happy with my stage. Close to perfect driving, just some places where you can go just a little bit faster. A little bit to carry in the narrow section, so for the next run, hopefully we can give it a little bit more push there.
This is Andreas Mikkelsen, who looks Wales like he might just have the measure of Elvin Evans ahead of him in second place. Mikkelsen focused on the bigger prize too. More points here and he could chase Latvaler down for second place in the championship.
Mikkelsen then goes into the penultimate stage with an 8.1 second advantage. His final day charge paying dividends in dramatic fashion.
Ogier's just crashed in the power stage. You could win this.
Really?
Ogier has crashed in the power stage. You are the winner. He's taken a wheel off. You have won your first ever World Rally. This is bizarre. This is a bizarre. Mikkelsen doesn't believe it. It's surreal, but that is rallying. That is rallying. The effort he's in this weekend.
It's fantastic. He did a fantastic job, no mistake, and you know he started very consistent.
He was denied by a late crash in Sweden earlier this season. Today, the tables were turned, and Norway's Andreas Mikkelsen takes his maiden WRC win in the most dramatic of power stage shootouts. Just the final round remains, and it's one of the classics. Wales Rally GB.
Up through the gearbox he goes. He overdoes it just a little bit there, collects a puddle on the way out, but keeps it neat and tidy.
A stunning road here, clinging to the side of the mountain. And Andreas doesn't disappoint with these super slick tyres coming into their own on the damp surface. The VW man sets a time more than 10 seconds quicker than Neuville. Andreas doubles his advantage.
And it's just as bad up there for Andreas Mikkelsen, promoted into the podium places after Latvaler's crash yesterday.
We join Andreas Mikkelsen now. Whoa, and what an incredible jump that was. It's a sign how hard he's attacking. The Norwegian, remember, having just taken over second place from Sebastian Ogier. It's another effective charge from the Volkswagen star. A huge leap, a second stage win in a row, and another 2.5 seconds pulled out on Ogier. Leading Volkswagen, though, is being masterfully controlled by Andreas Mikkelsen. The Norwegian starting the final day, just over 21 seconds behind the leader. And as we've already seen on this wet, muddy surface, anything could still happen today. Another stage off the list, but has he done enough to keep the pressure on Tanak? And finally, Volkswagen get back to winning ways. Andreas joined by Anders Jäger to plant a few dents in that Polo R's roof.
We knew that it was going to be difficult, and especially second loop we gave it our everything, and still it has been a great performance this weekend, and one weekend I will never forget.
30 meter, 30 på kort 5 minus 20, 2 venstre pluss.
Andreas was the first to admit that Seb was very, very special yesterday. But Mikkelsen struggled with his brakes. The pedal made his foot go to sleep. But hot on the heels now of second place to Andreas Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen was desperate to stay in touch with rally leader Oyt Tanak, relishing the mastering of his C3 on his first tarmac rally in the car. A spin and this stall by the Norwegian has opened the door to Ogier, who at the end of Saturday is a mere 8.2 seconds behind.
So if you're in defend mode and you're lifting a bit, then time will run. So we will do everything we can on the first stage and take it from there, really. It shouldn't be possible, but you never know.
Tanak's advantage over Mikkelsen just over 21 seconds going into the final day.
If he's playing the long game and thinking about the championship, it makes sense. So Andreas Mikkelsen, perhaps with the pressure eased, the Norwegian instead can focus on wringing every last ounce of power from his Citroën C3, risking where he dares.
My approach is to keep Oyt under pressure, and if I do that, I keep step behind anyway, so it should be good.
Over kraft 50 og nå sykla line 3 høyre pluss 40 sluss på baby fra høyre.
Back to the scrap for bragging rights at the front between Paddon's teammates Andreas Mikkelsen and Thierry Neuville. The Norwegian slipping to just over 5 seconds behind coming into stage 10.
Andreas, congratulations with a podium this weekend. I saw you studying onboards before this stage. The snow is coming down heavily. How did it go in there?
Well, it's nice to end up in the podium. My first podium with Hyundai, so that feels great. And yeah, clean stage. You really want to risk everything to go for the maximum points.
We are watching Andreas Mikkelsen. His remit is not to push for power stage points, but to get that Hyundai to the end of the rally in second place, and he's doing exactly that at the moment. Nailed it this weekend.
Well done. Well done. The winners, Thierry Neuville and Nicolas Gilles, champion!
Such was the pace between the three men fighting for third that before the afternoon was done, even second place Andreas Mikkelsen would be feeling the heat. Not helped by this scare in stage 13. The Norwegian somehow wrestling the I-20 back on stage. But by the end of it, his advantage over third place Lappi was down to only 7 seconds.
Winner of the Mikkelsen's Cup. Mikkelsen's done it. Well done. Not quicker than Lappi though, but he's done it. 2:028.
Is anybody going to break the 2-minute mark? That's what we want to know.
Remember, Mikkelsen wasn't in Portugal, he was benched, so that's a nice way to get himself back
behind the wheel. And in a really high-speed stage like this, it's not the most technical stage on the rally either. So very difficult to make big differences over there.
Well, I can tell you something. At split at 4.91 kilometres, Mikkelsen was half a second down on Neuville. At 7.2, he was still half a second down on Neuville. So consistency for Mikkelsen here, but he'll be under strict orders. Do not beat your teammate, and I'm sure, obviously, Mikkelsen at the start of the stage will know. Anders Jaeger will know the time of Neuville, and he'll make sure that Mikkelsen does not go quicker.
Further up on the leaderboard, Andreas Mikkelsen had closed right up on the final podium spot, currently occupied by Teemu Suninen.
80, 3 venstre.
The Norwegian's confidence had returned in recent months and he excels on challenging gravel events like this. Mikkelsen setting an impressive pace, and he had indeed passed Suninen to claim third place.
It's a short day tomorrow and only first pass, so we should be in a good shape to fight with Teemu. The pace we had today on the first pass to the stages has been stronger than Teemu, so I feel confident for tomorrow.
For the podium, but there's a lot of things in the background which are taking into concern.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday, weren't we? It's not really the start of silly season just yet, but for sure, Mikkelsen, there's been all sorts of rumours about what's going on at Hyundai. Is Mikkelsen staying? Is he going? Are we going to see Craig Breen there next year? Remember, he did a fantastic job in Finland. We will see Craig back in the Hyundai for Rally GB. Where does that leave Andreas Mikkelsen? So lots of rumours going on about where Mikkelsen will be next year, if anywhere. Will he stay with Hyundai? Look at that again, employing that tactic of going to the side of the water splash to come through. 9.5 seconds down on Tanak. A great drive from him. That confirms Mikkelsen. Okay, he won't take any power stage points, but that is a podium position for the Norwegian. That's important for him. It's important for his career, I'm sure. Andrea Adamo giving Alan Panas a bit of a cuddle.
Andreas, a podium on Rally Turkey. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a good rally for us. Tried to stay away from drama and stay away from trouble, and we managed that quite well.
Andreas Mikkelsen, the highest scoring Hyundai, takes the third place spot on the podium. A Citroen 1-2 finish. You know, as I said in the commentary, first time we've seen that since Argentina 2015. A fantastic result for them, but perhaps more importantly.
What was your first pet?
My first pet was a dog.
What was its name?
Mikkel.
Mikkel.
What does IRC stand for? The Mara Rally started in what year? 1971. The mountain stages of Prima Rialto overlook which sea? The Black Sea. What did you have for breakfast?
Blondes or brunettes?
Difficult one, but I think brunettes. Det er søsteren, ja. Og da er det ikke så rart at jeg trodde det var samme. Det er Kylie og Kendall Jenner. Okay.
I'm Andreas Mikkelsen, and this is Tango Argentino.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 half-brothers and 1 half-sister.
How many rounds of the WRC are there this year?
12.
What's wrong?
13.
Oh dear.
Rally Silver in Bulgaria has been run for how many years?
Since 1950s, I think.
How many likes does the Rally Silver page have on Facebook? 743. How much pork does an average Ukrainian person eat in a year?
Boobs or bums?
Bumps, definitely.
Perfect.
Hun så jeg på Viksen, tror jeg. Det stemmer. Er det hun som... Det er ikke hun som har laget den matboken? Nei. Nei, jeg tror ikke hun er stor på kjøkkenet, altså. Det er ikke noe bra på kjøkkenet.
What's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
The weirdest thing I've eaten is probably the head from a sheep.
Yuck.
What's the biggest export of the Czech Republic? That must be Skodas. Can you sing the Italian national anthem? No, I'm a much better dancer. Finally, what is your favourite car ever? I like the lemon.
Now let me invite you two for a dance.
Det er et vanskelig spørsmål. Jeg har aldri sett henne live, da. Det kan hende hun er veldig søt live, da. Nei, si det.
If I could grant you one wish, what would it be?
To fly.
Okay. Might not be able to comment that. Thanks very much, Andreas.
Thank you.
You have completed the challenge. I think I'm going to be sick.
Men du fikk lage mat, du nå? Ja. Er du det, eller? Ja. Da endrer jeg. Da ble det gode. Men det er jævlig råd til å lage mat, tydeligvis. Det er viktig.
I'm sure your fans are really excited to see you there. Do you have any final words for them? Are you okay?
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.